Hey guys, so finally nakarating na rin ako ng Dubrovnik, Croatia. I was actually planning na pumunta dito like last July, but due to some certain circumstances hindi natuloy. Kaya now in my birth month naisipan kong ituloy pumunta dito sa Dubrovnik.
So I was basically saying here that we will now begin with our Dubrovnik city tour, and that will be your guide, so let's go check the city out. Hey everyone, we are now entering the Pile Gate. It is the main entrance or the natural starting point when you're visiting the old town of Dubrovnik. It is usually very busy and full of tourists, but it's October and the off season is starting, so what you're seeing now in compared to summer are just, let's say, quite few. The gate is amazingly well preserved, and as soon as you enter it, you'll immediately feel the medieval ambience of the town, a really cool way to start a tour off. Welcome to the King's Landing, guys. This is the city's main street and is locally called Stradon. If you come to Dubrovnik, there is no way you can miss this promenade. It runs from the Pile Gate down to the old harbor and connects almost all the streets here in the town. So this is the Jesuit staircase, everybody, an elegant Baroque styled stair that will lead you up to the Jesuit Church of St. Ignatius of Loyola. It is also one of the most popular Game of Thrones location here in Dubrovnik. Yes, it's thanks to the very famous and trending Queen Cersei's Walk of Shame during the 5th season. A photo here is a must if you're a real GOT fan, and walking up to it was saying shame. Shame is actually not a must, but I did it anyway because I'm a real fan. So up to the next. So guys, we are now at the other end of the old town, the old harbor, a true delight and visual feast. You can simply buy a gelato here, sit on a bench or eat on one of the harbor's restaurant and just watch the boats and ferries sail and dock. A perfect place to make a siesta after a long old town walk. Hey everyone, we are now here on top of the Dubrovnik city wall, its old town main attraction and the #1 reason why the city is called the Pearl of the Adriatic Sea. The walls is almost 2 kilometers long and reach a maximum height of about 25 meters. It has a very rich history which dates back to the Middle Ages, and like the Pile Gate itself, the walls has retained or preserved its structure so perfectly as well. That's why it was included in the UNESCO World Heritage List since 1979.
Hi guys, so I'm here on top of the Dubrovnik wall. You can feel the Game of Thrones atmosphere actually here. You see there, that's the port where Jamie and Queen Cersei sent Marcella to Dorne. That's what I remember about this place. And that's the actual King's Landing there. It's really amazing. The sea is crystal clear. May cafe na pala sa King's Landing ngayon, guys. Ayan. May juicer pa sa King's Landing. At may nagtitinda pa ng ice cream. So, nag-improve na King's Landing, guys, simula nung si Bran yung naging king. Malupit si King Bran. May ice cream shop, may juicer, may cafe na nung naging siya yung king ng King's Land ng Westeros. Here in the future, the entrance for it will be 28 euros or 200 krunas. It's actually price worthy, so those who wants to visit here, so Hi guys, I'm now in Dubrovnik, Croatia, and I'm eating a royal seafood stew, what you just saw. They have mussels. I don't know what this one is, tofu maybe. And they have fish, shrimp, and shells. So, la pau. The waitress gave me this because she knows I'm a messy eater. So.
So, after that big meal, we're now going to end the first day of tour here in Dubrovnik in a high by taking a cable car ride on top of Mount Srd. It's not just a mountain located behind the old town, it also played a very important strategic part during the Croatian War of Independence on 1990s and has long protected the city from invaders. A round-trip ticket price will cost you 22 euros and 50 cents. The ride itself doesn't take that long, maybe 5 minutes, but the waiting time in queue would be approximately half an hour. But it's all worth it because on top you can see the stunning 360 degrees bird view of the city. There are also other ways to get on top like hiking, biking, taking a taxi or bus, but I always find the cable cars the coolest, so I'm gonna stop now and let's just enjoy the rest of the ride. So that was it, guys. That was the first day of tour here in Dubrovnik, Croatia. It was a really lovely city here on the south and I really hope you enjoyed it. We're now taking a cable car ride back to the old town and please stay tuned for the second part of my Dubrovnik tour. But for now, Vincent Van Vlogger signing off.